Maki have named their new alliance, Every Villain is Lemons, otherwise known as Evil.
What do you do when you get handed a lemon? Easy. Say to hell with the lemonade and bail. That's what I'd recommend, especially with these three very specific lemons, because just as they are beautiful and aesthetically pleasing on their exterior, their interior is the equal but opposite, as it's a dark abyss of just torment and pain waiting for you. This video isn't going to be some analytical perspective piece on the themes of Jujutsu Kaisen and how the villains would be right to win, even though I do believe there's that message across the series if you kind of look into it a bit. Or maybe I'm just a psychopath who just wants to see the villains win for once. I am. This video is more about the impact that is potentially up for grabs for Jujutsu Kaisen. If they decide to go the route where the villains win, I believe they can ultimately lead Shonen Jump for a brighter future, and I mean the publication in and of itself. The reason I say a brighter future is really just based on my personal subjective take on this matter. It's been a popular topic in the lexicon of Jujutsu Kaisen, so I just wanted to kind of share my opinions on it because I've actually been rooting for Sukuna to win since the beginning of this year, and I'm not talking about in his fight with Gojo. I mean just in general win out in the end. It was kind of crazy to think about the villains winning in the end, but it just seems like the chapters since then have given that plausibility even more credence. I told myself I wasn't going to jump too into the actual story beats to make the case for this. This is more about how it could change series going forward. Now, I am not a manga expert, far from it, so maybe you guys will have an opinion to sway me as to why it's not a good idea. And I'm always looking forward to conversations in the comment section. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as follow me on Twitter. I mentioned a brighter future not too long ago in the video. I could see there being a case for the emergence of Manga Plus and digitally released manga. Fujimoto made the jump from releasing it in the magazine to releasing it digitally. And there's some benefits, of course. There's no leaks. So I think digitally is just very attractive to maybe newer mangaka. That is an opinion based out of ignorance of just not knowing. I could just see there being some positive things about going digital with culture surrounding when you update the chapters or how long maybe, as well as no leaks. And we've seen series like Spy X Family, Kaiju Number 8 do really well with manga sales and their digitally released series. So going beyond the sales numbers or pros and cons between digital and printing in the magazine, obviously this video isn't a comparison of those two things. It's more about the quality of story we receive in Shonen Jump, the magazine. We've seen the Shonen Jump Axe memes and how many countless series get brought in and swept away each cycle, or even some unfair cancellations according to like the Western market. There just seems like there hasn't been much lately that has had the tact and stuck in the magazine. Maybe it's time for a refresher. Move the goalpost a bit on the quality or type of story that is allowed into the magazine. Point of this video, going back to it full circle, is villains winning in the end gives a breath of fresh air and much needed feeling of unpredictability, not knowing what can happen, what will happen. And I'm not saying Jujutsu Kaisen, even if they do go that route, if it'll be perfectly done. I do think Gege is going to stick the landing though, but in that regard, just having an ending to go the distance, be as popular as it is, to pull something like that, it would definitely be worthy of note from other young creators who might look up to it and take story beats or inspiration from someone like Sukuna actually winning in the end, why his ideals were right. In that specific world where selfishness is usually rewarded, we're seeing it with Mei Mei and Nanami. Mei Mei is the opposite of Nanami, whereas Nanami decided to go further and do the right thing, look for Megumi to save, or Nobara, worry about his comrades. Mei just got the hell out of there, while she still was alive. And she's still alive in the manga currently. So that selfishness plays a part into why it could work. Of course, a lot of people won't like it. I mean, you've seen the backlash just from Gojo's death. It was handled very well. I think it enhanced his character, chapter 236. But there's people who disagree, and that's fine. That's the whole point of having a subjective opinion. And this is my subjective opinion, and I think it would do the entire publication some good. In Battle Shonen, it's expected the good guys to win in the end. They may be down for a while, but they always rise to the top. But what if they didn't this time? What if Sukuna just buries them with his ideals? What a perfect villain to usher in the new age of Shonen Jump storytelling. He is the epitome of the jujitsu world. I mean, his confrontation with Kashimo is a good example of this, where he talks about the love is worthless to him, and he does what he wants, and he is a walking calamity. Now, of course, his story isn't done yet, but Sukuna has risen to the occasion every single time when it's time to be Sukuna. He doesn't sell himself out. He respects strength, and he acknowledges it, and he reaches people that couldn't be reached by anybody else because he is the unreachable. So it would make a lot of sense for him to win out in the end. But tell me what you guys think. I know it sounds a little ridiculous, but it was just kind of a quick fun video thinking about the chances of Shonen Jump having villains actually win in the end. I'd love to hear your comments down below. Remember to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Let's have a conversation. And if I was wrong about anything, please, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments section. But I don't mind learning. And y'all have a good holidays. Until next time, stay normies, stay weeb, shit even in between is fine. Until next time, peace.